Domino pizza, the all-to-go bite that leaves your mouth shimmering with a burst of flavor. To be honest, I only taste savory milk. Thanks, Pizza Inn. The perfect dough is the gateway to the perfect pizza. Okay. It is literally the courier of flavor. In 180 ml of water, add 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast, stir and let it sit onto a counter for 10 minutes or until it gets frothy. In a large bowl, add 250 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt and give it a shaky. Add in the yeasty water, incorporate that to make a shaggy dough, and once that holds together, move to a floured surface and hand knead for 7 minutes. Yep, 7 minutes. You want the gluten to really form. That's what gives the pizza dough a chewy texture. 7 minutes later, it goes into a grease-proofing bowl, covered tightly and ready for cold fermentation. Into the fridge for 72 hours or until my patience grows thin. So I made this a couple of days ago and it's been 47.5 hours. My patience is lost. Let that sit onto the counter for at least 2 hours. Let it soak up the room temperature warm, and as that is doing its thing, drop 3 tablespoons of olive oil, finely diced yellow onion and saute. When the onions peep a translucent color, add 2 cloves of sliced garlic. And when everything looks something like this, add in 200 grams of canned crushed tomatoes and 4 roughly chopped skinless tomatoes. At this point, preheat your oven to 190 degrees. Add in 1 teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of sugar, then season with salt and pepper to taste. Bring to a boil, then simmer for 5 minutes, and that's your sauce. Now the dough is all rested and awake. Flour your surface generously, then place your plump and jelly-like dough, then degas by giving it a pounding by the belly. See how flexible it is? Actually, it reminds me of this time she tried to slice it into half. We're only gonna use half of it. Slap that thing onto a floured tabletop and form a circle. Dust it generously with flour. It's not as complicated. Add a bit of pressure onto the edges of the dough with your fingertips, not the ends and not the middle, just the edges, which is technically easier said than done. Okay, I'm going to stop myself right there. It's not that complicated, huh? Grab yourself a trusty rolling pin, flour your artifacts generously and same to the surface. Make it all spready, working that thing to 1/4 of an inch thick. Why did I not do this at first? Yet so simple. You shouldn't have any wear and tear, nor should you see the other side through the dough. Now you have a disc and a sauce. You know what that means, it's assembly time. Transfer the pizza onto a cooking medium. Mine is just an oven tray that I dusted with a bit of flour. My pizza is a circle cooked in a square cut into rectangles.
Wow.
A generous scoop of the sauce. A couple of chicks teared off a mozzarella block in all corners of the circle. I didn't know a circle has corners. Top with some fresh basil, make it all look pretty. Launch your baby into a hellfire for 14 minutes or until the cheese is bubbled and lightly browned. Now look at your flamboyant piece of bread that will give anyone who calls it just pizza a kick in the shins. That's not just a pizza, that's a 51-hour-old pizza. Hey Siri, what is the meaning of flamboyant?
Flamboyant means a Madagascan tree with bright red flowers.
Next.
It means of a person or their behavior tending to attract attention.
Exactly. Drizzle a twinkle of olive oil ever so slightly. Oh, smells so good. Run your sharpest blade 2 to 4 times, depending on how thick you like them. And now for the taste test. Let's taste this. If it calls in seconds or thirds, damn, that's a good pizza. This was a 50-hour-old pizza. What about a 72-hour-old pizza? Man, I don't know. If you enjoyed this video or just love the sight of food, drop a fat like and subscribe. And if you happen to make this, oh my god, you should definitely make this. Just look at that. Look at that saucy pizza. Tag me on Instagram and see you on the next one. Peace.